welcome to Social Studio News. I am Mercy Ojo. Here are the top stories making the rounds this moment, but first the headlines. Federal government approves indigenous satellite production. United States pledges $55 billion to support Africa's health, climate adaptation. Central Bank of Nigeria warns against abuse of Naira. And in sports, President Buhari commends Moroccan soccer team for making Africa proud. Federal Inland Revenue Service wins 2022 All Financial Institutions Football Competition Cup. And in entertainment, time stunned by Golden Globes nomination. And now the news in full. The federal government has approved indigenous production of satellite in Nigeria to facilitate and boost internet broadband penetration. The satellite production and design will be achieved through a public-private partnership PPP project in line with Executive Order No. 5. The Minister of State for Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Iko, who made the disclosure during the South-South dialogue between government and stakeholders in the science, technology, innovation ecosystem in Port Harcourt, said that the geopolitical dialogues would enhance productive capacities of each geopolitical zone and promote the nation's global competitiveness and productivity. He further said that the development of technology innovation centers will provide the enabling environment for the emergence of tech giants, innovative discoveries and interventions that will accelerate reverse engineering. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) warned in Abuja yesterday that those abusing the Naira were liable to go to jail, noting that the law banning the spraying and the stepping on the Naira, especially at social gatherings, is still in force and offenders are liable to 6 months imprisonment or a fine of 50,000 Naira. Principal Manager, Currency Operations Department at the CBN, Ngozi Etim, gave the warning when she spoke with the press yesterday. According to her, the CBN was working with the police, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and the Economic Financial Crimes Commission and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit to curb the abuse. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, has said that the U.S. government will support the African continent with over $55 billion to support health and climate adaptation. Speaking to White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan yesterday at the sidelines of the U.S.-Africa Summit in Washington, D.C., said that the U.S. is committed to investing in the African continent compared to other countries. He added that the bulk of the money will be spent on health and climate adaptation, noting that Biden-Harris administration will be providing nearly $20 billion in health programs in the African region. According to Sullivan, the money will go to a wide range of sectors to tackle the core challenges of these times and is being distributed in close partnership with Congress. In sports, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Moroccan World Cup team, the Atlas Lions, and the ruler of the country, King Mohammed IV, on making history by becoming the fourth team from an African country to ever qualify for the World Cup quarterfinals and the first to win a place in a semi-final at the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. President Buhari, in a statement by his media aide Garba Shehu, said, "Morocco has made the entire continent proud with their grit and dexterity, giving hope that an African team can indeed win and should win the ongoing global championship in Qatar." President Buhari also commended the team for their skill and teamwork. Federal Inland Revenue Service FIRS Football Club announced the new champions of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) sponsored All Financial Institutions Football Competition. The club defeated former champion Security and Exchange Commission (SEC) 1-0 in the final match played at the Pantamin Stadium in Gombe to win the 35th edition of tournament and smiled with a cash prize of 2 million Naira and the trophy. In entertainment, Nigerian star Tems has been nominated for a Golden Globe Award in the United States for her role in creating Rihanna's song Lift Me Up from the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. It's the latest accolade for the singer-songwriter, who was last year nominated for a Grammy for her performance with fellow Nigerian Wizkid on the song Essence. We have come to the end of the news, but before we go, let's take a recap. The federal government has approved indigenous production of satellites in Nigeria to facilitate and boost internet broadband penetration. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, has said that the U.S. government will support the African continent with over $55 billion to support health and climate adaptation. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, warned in Abuja yesterday that those abusing the naira were liable to go to jail, noting that the law banning the spraying and the stepping on the naira, especially at social gatherings, is still in force. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Moroccan World Cup team, the Atlas Lions, and the ruler of the country, King Mohammed IV, on making history by becoming the fourth team from an African country to ever qualify for the World Cup quarterfinals and the first to win a place in a semi-final at the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Federal Inland Revenue Service Football Club announced the new champions of the Central Bank of Nigeria's CBN-sponsored All Financial Institutions Football Competition. Nigeria's Star Times has been nominated for a Golden Globe Award in the U.S. for her role in creating Rihanna's song Lift Me Up from the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. We've come to the end of the news. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe on our social media handles on Social Studio. Thank you. I am Mercy Ojo.